Hey, welcome to World Code Updates. Subscribe and press the bell icon for more updates. Tonight, we bring you a story that upends everything we thought we knew about the origins of the Filipino people. Scientists worldwide are piecing together a genetic puzzle that's rewriting history. The Philippines, long thought to have a simple migration story, is now revealed to be home to one of the most diverse genetic makeups on the planet. New DNA evidence shows Filipinos are not just descendants of recent migrants, but a unique blend of some of the earliest and most mysterious human groups. This discovery is shaking anthropology and genetics to their core. The Filipino genome contains traces of ancient hominins, seafaring traders, European colonizers, and Austronesian voyagers. Each new group added a layer to an already intricate human tapestry. For over 110 million Filipinos, this is a moment of re-evaluation. Old narratives are being replaced by a richer, more empowering truth. The islands have been a crossroads of humanity for millennia, where different peoples met, mixed, and created something entirely new. This genetic revelation is not just rewriting history books. It's reshaping how a nation sees itself and its place in the human story. For decades, the out-of-Taiwan model was the accepted theory of Filipino origins. It proposed that Austronesian farmers and seafarers sailed from Taiwan about 4,000 years ago, settling the Philippines. This story explained the similarities in languages and technologies across Southeast Asia, and was taught as fact. The Austronesians brought rice cultivation, pottery, and advanced boat building, transforming the islands. According to this model, the original hunter-gatherers were replaced or absorbed, making their genetic contribution minimal. Filipino identity was seen as relatively recent, rooted in a single migration event. The narrative painted a picture of homogeneous origins and progress. But as scientific tools advanced, cracks appeared in this tidy story. Archaeologists and anthropologists began to question whether a few thousand farmers could truly erase everyone who came before. Geneticists prepared to test this theory, and what they found would revolutionize our understanding of Filipino ancestry. The simple story was about to be shattered. The revolution came from the genome. Large-scale genetic studies revealed that the out-of-Taiwan model was only part of the story. Yes, Austronesian migration happened, but the deepest roots of the Filipino people stretch back much further. The Philippines was settled in multiple waves by different groups over tens of thousands of years. The first arrivals were ancient hunter-gatherers who reached the islands over 50,000 years ago. Their genetic legacy remains a foundational part of modern Filipino DNA. Instead of being replaced, these early peoples adapted and mixed with every group that followed. Some isolated groups, especially in mountainous regions, retain a high percentage of this ancient ancestry. The story of the Philippines now begins not 4,000, but over 50,000 years ago. The islands were a dynamic crossroads, not a terminal point. The genetic tapestry is an intricate embroidery of dozens of different peoples, each adding to the epic saga. The most startling discovery is the presence of Denisovan DNA in the Filipino genome. Some indigenous groups, like the Itamag-Bucon, carry the highest levels of Denisovan ancestry in the world, up to 5%. This means ancient Filipinos interbred with this mysterious, extinct human group tens of thousands of years ago. The Philippines was a place where modern humans met other human species. Denisovan DNA may have helped early populations adapt to island life. The earliest hunter-gatherers, like the Aita, Agta, and Batak, are direct inheritors of this ancient legacy. Their DNA is a living link to a 50,000-year-old story. The Filipino genome also shows connections to Polynesians, mainland Asians, Arab traders, and even Siberians. Each wave of contact left its mark, making the Filipino genome a testament to ancient globalization. The story of the Filipino people is one of extraordinary diversity and survival. While geneticists decoded DNA, archaeologists unearthed fossils that confirm the Philippines' deep history. In 2004, a footbone found in Calao Cave led to the discovery of Homo luzonensis, a new species of ancient human who lived up to 67,000 years ago. This proved Homo sapiens were not the first to inhabit the islands. Earlier, the Taban man fossils from Palawan, dated up to 47,000 years old, hinted at an even older human presence. These discoveries show the Philippines was a hotbed of hominin diversity, not a remote backwater. Fossils like Homo luzonensis and Tabenman are physical proof of ancient occupation. They corroborate the genetic evidence of a multi-layered human story. The human saga in the Philippines is a multi-volume epic, not a short story. The ground beneath modern Filipinos is rich with evidence of this deep, complex past. How did ancient genetic signatures survive for 50,000 years? The answer lies in the Philippines' unique geography. Over 7,000 islands with rugged mountains and dense jungles created natural pockets of isolation. Isolated groups like the Aita and Mamanwa preserved the DNA of the archipelago's first inhabitants. When Austronesian farmers arrived, they settled mainly in lowlands, leaving highland communities as genetic time capsules. These groups hold the highest proportion of Denisovan DNA found anywhere on Earth. Their resilience and adaptability have preserved a genetic heritage stretching back to humanity's dawn. In the Philippines, history is a story of coexistence and persistence, not replacement. The arrival of Austronesian-speaking peoples from Taiwan was transformative. They brought advanced seafaring, rice agriculture, and new social structures, changing the archipelago forever. Their language became dominant, but the process was one of fusion, not replacement. Austronesians adopted local knowledge, while their farming and language spread. Modern Filipinos are a genetic and cultural blend of Austronesian migrants and ancient hunter-gatherers. The result was a unique synthesis. New foods, technologies, and languages built on an ancient foundation. This blending created dynamic societies that would define the Philippines for millennia. The stage was set for even more layers of complexity. After the Austronesian expansion, the Philippines became a hub in a vast maritime trade network. Chinese, Indian, Arab, and Southeast Asian traders brought goods, ideas, and their DNA to the islands. Coastal communities became cosmopolitan centers, absorbing influences from across Asia and beyond. Arab merchants introduced Islam to the south, leading to powerful sultanates and a distinct cultural identity. Genetic markers in modern Filipinos trace back to southern China, the Malay Peninsula, and further west. Each trading vessel and marriage added new threads to the genetic tapestry. Filipino societies became masters of adaptation, blending foreign influences with indigenous heritage. This long history of mixing created a resilient, cosmopolitan society. The Philippines was uniquely prepared for the dramatic arrival of the Spanish. Spanish colonization began in 1521, bringing Catholicism, new governance, and another wave of genetic mixing. Spanish intermarriage left a European signature in Filipino DNA, but indigenous and Asian cultures endured. Local beliefs blended with Catholic practices, and ancient customs survived beneath Spanish influence. The Filipino spirit of resilience adapted to, but was never erased by, colonial rule. Today, Filipino identity is a mosaic. Ancient Denisovans, Austronesian voyagers, Chinese traders, and Spanish colonizers all woven together. The languages, foods, and traditions reflect this incredible fusion. Filipino culture is defined by its capacity for adaptation and blending. The story of the Filipino people is a microcosm of humanity's journey, migration, adaptation, and the creation of new identities. The Filipino legacy is one of survival, connection, and creativity at the crossroads of the world. It is a living testament to 50,000 years of history, written in genes, culture, and tradition.